Welcome to American Wealth Empire, the channel where we uncover the wealth strategies the elites don't want you to know. And today, we're going to dive into something powerful, the secret investments rich Americans won't tell you about. Here's the truth. Most Americans are taught the same script. Go to school, get a job, save money, put it into a retirement account, and hope it grows enough by the time you're 65. But the wealthy? They don't play by that script. They know about opportunities that are hidden, exclusive, and often invisible to the average person. And the shocking part? These aren't fairy tales. They're real strategies. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly how the wealthy stay 10 steps ahead, and how you can start thinking like them too. Number 1. The mystery of wealth. Here's something most people don't realize. The wealthy don't necessarily work harder than you. They don't always have higher IQs. The difference is that they use different vehicles to grow their money. While the middle class is told to save every dollar and avoid risk, the wealthy focus on assets that multiply their wealth even while they sleep. They invest in things that generate income, protect them from inflation, and give them access to opportunities long before they're available to the public. Think of it like two people running the same race. One is on foot, the other is driving a Ferrari. That's the gap knowledge and access creates. Number 2, private equity and angel investing. Let's start with private equity and angel investing. One of the best-kept secrets? When you hear about a company going public on Wall Street, you're already late. Uber, Airbnb, even Tesla. By the time the average American could buy shares, wealthy insiders had already multiplied their money investing years earlier. This is how fortunes are built quietly. A $10,000 investment at the right stage of a startup can turn into millions once the company takes off. The average investor never sees those returns because they don't even know these deals exist. And here's the exciting part. Today, thanks to new crowdfunding platforms and angel networks, these opportunities are starting to open up. They're still risky, but they're no longer reserved only for billionaires and venture capital firms. Number 3, off-market real estate deals. Now let's talk about real estate. Most people see it as buying a home and waiting for it to go up in value. But for the wealthy, real estate means something very different. They invest in off-market deals, private apartment complexes, commercial buildings, and luxury developments that never appear on Zillow or Realtor.com. These aren't random houses. They're assets that produce two forms of wealth at the same time. 1. Cash flow, monthly or quarterly income from tenants. 2. Appreciation, the long-term increase in property value. Imagine owning just one rental property versus owning a piece of a 300-unit apartment building. That's the scale difference the wealthy play at. And while most Americans stress about mortgages, the wealthy are cashing monthly checks from properties that pay them whether they work or not. Number 4, tax-advantaged investments. Here's a secret that might shock you. Some billionaires pay less in taxes than the average American worker. And it's not because they're cheating. It's because they're using tax-advantaged investments. They invest in opportunity zones where the government rewards them with tax breaks. They use oil and gas partnerships that provide massive deductions. And in real estate, they take advantage of depreciation to show losses on paper, even while they're collecting real income. The difference is simple. The middle class earns money, pays taxes, and invests what's left. The wealthy invest first, then use the rules of the system to legally reduce their tax bills. That's how they protect and multiply their fortunes. If this is opening your eyes, stop what you're doing and hit that subscribe button right now. Because here at American Wealth Empire, we don't just talk about theory. We break down step-by-step strategies that can change your financial future. And what's coming next will surprise you even more. Number 5, alternative investments. Another secret of the wealthy is how they use alternative assets to protect and grow their money. These are investments you won't hear about in school or see at your local bank. Fine art, paintings, and collectibles that rise in value over decades. Farmland, an asset that has quietly outperformed the stock market for over 50 years. Private lending, becoming the bank, lending to businesses or real estate projects for high returns. Luxury collectibles, watches, cars, and even wine collections that appreciate over time. Why do the rich love these? Because they don't follow Wall Street's daily chaos. While average Americans panic when the stock market drops, the wealthy are smiling because their farmland, art, or private debt investments are still generating wealth. Number 6. The lesson. So what's the big lesson here? The rich don't rely on luck. They don't rely on working 80 hours a week. They rely on knowledge. They know about opportunities that most people don't. And because of that, they don't settle for average returns. They don't just hand their money to a bank or a mutual fund. They take control. And here's the good news. Thanks to technology and financial education, many of these strategies are becoming more accessible than ever before. With the right mindset and tools, even everyday investors can start building wealth like the top 1%. So now the question is this: will you keep playing the same game the system wants you to, working, saving, and hoping things work out? Or will you start looking at the same investments the wealthy use and begin building your empire? Because here's the truth: the rich don't want you to know these secrets. But now you do. And once you know, there's no going back. Your financial empire is waiting. The only question is, are you ready to build it? If you found value in this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. This is American Wealth Empire, and your journey to financial freedom starts today.